In this video, we will talk about how to convert an existing design, a solid design, to a sheet metal design. In the first video, we talked about creating this sheet metal designs from the scratch. So let's first create a solid design so that we can convert it to a sheet metal design. So let's start with the front plane and let's create hexagon. Okay, we created a hexagon. Let's say it has a diameter of 100. Let's go into the feature, extrude bows and base, and let's say it is drafting outside with, let's say, 45 degrees. Select the draft outside portion and let's say it is 20 millimeters, and that something like this, and click OK. So now as you can see, this is a solid design and we want to make it or convert it to a sheet metal design. So go to the sheet metal tab, select convert to sheet metal. The first thing you need to do is on the left property manager is select one of the faces that will remain constant or fixed face. In this case, we will select this one. Okay. The next thing we need to know is the thickness. You need to adjust what is the thickness of the sheet metal is going to be. Let's say we want to make it as 0.75 millimeter thick. Okay. The next portion is asking you for the bend radius. Let's keep it the same. So basically how much bending it will be doing for this. Okay. The next thing it is asking you which edges you want to bend. Right, so basically as you see this 45-degree angle and this from this base face, this is the edge that is connecting them. So we can select this and that will be where the bend edges will be applied. So let's select all of them. Okay, now right now it is applying this radius by default, but you can always change the radius just by selecting this. Let's say you want, for this one you want to apply, let's say 2 millimeters. As you see, it has made the changes accordingly. Okay, if not, you can go with the default value. Oops, not 0, it's gonna fail. 0.75, which it already had. Okay, so for this example, let's keep checking this as 2 millimeters as one of the changes. Okay, the next thing you want to do is select the Riff sketches. By default, when you select these edges, it has already selected those Riff sketches. So now the question is, what is a Riff sketch? A Riff sketch is, let's say you have two corresponding surfaces. One is, say, this one and one is this one. When you're creating a sheet metal, there will be some distance that will be added in between this. You cannot create this type of hexagon just with connected surfaces. So there will be a small tear or rip in between this. How the tip will look like, let's say it will be cut from, I mean, maybe this one will be more filled compared to the other one, or let's say we will cut away a portion of it from both of the side of the surfaces. Also, we will have to tear away a portion here so that we can bend the sheet metal with safety. Okay, and how these corners will look like can be selected from this. For the first one, it is selected as the selection called open butt. The open butt selection takes away a portion of the material from the left side and also the right side, so both the edges and surfaces. The overlap is basically there are two overlap options. Overlap around the lap, what you want to call, is, let's say one option is one of them will take over the other one, and underlap is the other way around. But most cases we use the overlap, the open butt option. Okay, Now the next thing is how much gap do you want to keep in between these two gaps. Okay, as you can see, it is defined by here. So let's go with the default here, or if you want to reduce the gap, you can just select 1 millimeter, and as you can see, it is showing in the preview that it is removing that gap. uh, Assuming I think we haven't selected the material in this case, so assuming we'll be using the same steel, let's make it 0.40 for the K factor. And for the cut here that I mentioned, which is needed for the relief, or if there is any extension that might occur, we can select the options from rectangle or round or tear. Rectangle and oblong are the most used ones. For this case, I will show you both of the options. Okay, so let's first select the rectangular. You will see that a cut of rectangle will be created here. So once we're done with all this, click OK, and you have created the sheet metal. And if you look into this, as you see, this is a rectangular cut. If you flatten the whole thing, you will have to actually cut sheet metal with this design to create that hexagonal outward draft design. And this is how the tier here looks like. If we select this convert solid here, which was our convert sheet metal, and click the edit feature, go at the bottom and change this from rectangular to orb round. You see this has changed to a roundy shape, and click OK. The shape has been changed to a roundy shape. Okay, so that's how you create a solid, sorry, how you convert a solid design to a sheet metal design.